Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are making a belt for Scarlet Spider, and we are going to craft this out of polymer clay as usual. We are taking measures with a piece of fabric or fox leather in this case. Next we are going to roll the clay in the table or in our hands, but it's better to do it on the table to get a regular shape. Now we are sandwiching the shape with oven paper and flatten it. Once we have this kind of strip, you can see it's irregular, and we are going to trim the borders with X-Acto blade, just like that. And well, today is a quickie one because I have lost some of the material I thought I was recording, so we will do our best with what we have. Here we have a mold that I did with the drill, so that the clay that I put in the mold has the exact same diameter than the drill, and this is going to be handy when we are designing the mechanism in order to keep the belt in place. You will see later on. So this kind of plug or cylinder is going to be glued using polymer clay glue that bakes in the oven to the belt. First, with the drill, with a bit, we make the round shape in order to hold the plug in place. Okay, so now that it's glued in place, we are going to use this clip, roll the paper, and that's the reason why I put the strip on the paper, because we can simulate the shape of the waist of the figure in order to cure the belt in the oven in this shape and avoid having to apply stress later onto the piece. If you bake it flat, then when you are rolling it around the waist of the figure, it's going to suffer. So we would rather cure the belt in the final form or shape, right? So that's what we are doing here. We are adjusting the paper to be able to put it in the oven safely. This is a stick that I have cured previously, and with this stick we are going to cut some pieces and use these pieces to simulate the web cartridges that Scarlet Spider has all around the belt. So here we have some cylinder that we are sanding down to have smooth borders, and next we are going to add some high frequency details with the drill. We are drilling the top and the bottom of the cylinder, and this is not required. This is just adding some high frequency detail that is not super obvious when you look at the figure from afar, but it's contributing to the overall look nonetheless. Okay, so now we are going to use the glue again in order to keep the cylinder in place while we sculpt with Fimo Polymer Clay the leather that is holding it in place. This is Fimo Leather Effect, and I use this kind of clay for some of the accessories because it's flexible and so durable. It's not going to break easily. In this case, for this application, the property I'm looking for is that if you do not put so much tooling into this clay, it's going to end up having a leather texture that is automatically appearing in the surface of the clay. I'm not sure if it's because of the grain that is used for it or how they do it, but it ends up looking as real leather. Don't know how. That clay is awesome. I use it a lot. So I made this belt buckle, and using red clay I did the red button or ellipse in the middle of it. And these square shapes that I made with that mold, these are going to also add detail to the belt. I'm not sure if these are holding other tools or more web shooting cartridges or what they are for, but I saw them in the art and in my references, and I decided to put them in. I'm cutting the border, and next you will see how I use the back of the blade as a chisel in order to widen the cuts for the final look. Okay, here we are chiseling the lines in order to complete the finish or the final look that we are looking for, right? Okay, and we are done. This is going to be glued to the belt as we did with the cylinders. Now we need to glue the buckle to one side of the belt. In this case I'm not using only glue, I did use some clay because I wanted to make sure that in the end of this process the buckle and the belt are one single piece, well glued together, so that this belt is durable, right? Okay, so now we are making sure we don't have any leftover, because once you mix the glue and the clay, it's going to soften the clay, and there was some splashing when I pressed the belt hard to the buckle. Now we are drilling the hole that is going to serve as a plug for our peg, right? The peg that we added at the really beginning, it had the same diameter as the bit from the manual drill, and now we are drilling the female side in the buckle. Always put your finger in the opposite side, because this clay is having some flexibility to it, and you will start feeling that the bit is about to go through the complete piece, and you need to stop before that, because else you are destroying your work. So make sure you put your finger in there in order to feel how deep the hole is already. Now we need some cleanup because the plug is not working correctly, and here you can finally see for the first time the belt function. Some more cleanup, getting the correct depth for the plug, and the peg goes in now perfectly. So next we are going to test fit the belt into the figure. Just like that, we are done. Perfect belt for our Scarlet Spider. So I hope you liked the video. It's a quick one. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you on the next one. Bye.